5. Let's see. Let's see. Can't exactly complain about this. That's, yeah. So, yeah, actually, so in some situations, Abbot's better. Like here, it's gonna start being able to generate advantage a little bit earlier, and it's potentially more aggressive. There's no real reason not to wait until turn 3 here, though, because, well, I guess one consideration is you know, is mana efficiency, but we're still gonna wait till turn 3 just because we really want to hit more lands, and as discussed before, as long as we wait until turn 3, we're you know, Abbot always kind of helps us hit more land drops. Alright, and if it's a 1-drop... Oh, okay. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack. They're probably going to block, and then that's a pretty good use of Lava Dart. We're not going to do Light Up the Stage. Or we might, actually. Nah. Let's just keep the aggro going. And just take a good use of Lava Dart here, which they probably wouldn't have blocked if they didn't see that. So, we kind of got value off of Abbot there. Okay. Probably going after... Yeah, I guess they know we've got an answer, so... Alright, let's see... Nice. Let's clear the path. There's a lot of aggro here. Kind of miss the hyper aggro starts Abbot can generate. It's amazing. I can't believe Abbot was overlooked for so long. I do honestly think that this has a place even in Bedlam Reveler prowess. I mean, sure, like it doesn't work that well with Bedlam Reveler itself, but neither does Light Up the Stage. Yeah. Let's set both of us back. Alright, none of that is that particularly troublesome for me. Alright, well let's just play Blood Moon. I know we can't sack our Sunbaked Canyon. And hopefully that puts a hurt on our opponent's mana. They're cut off from white. They're cut off from blue. See, if we attack with all, they pretty much priced into blocking Abbot anyway. In which case, I think we can just dart it. Or we might just let them, yeah, we're just gonna let them... Oh. I wonder why they didn't do that. They thought they were clever. Alright, that's fine. But they made a mistake, though. They should have done that well before I had another land. I could have played around that. Yeah, they don't have double... Well, I guess they could play blue. Yeah, hopefully they didn't have Mana Tithe. Alright. There's probably Urion and taxes, which makes Blood Moon way better than it has any business being. Definitely Shenanigans will have a place. I'm pretty sure they're playing Stoneforge Mystic. Lava Dart was really good there, but Lava Dart is normally one of the weaker links. They're also probably playing Aether Vial. Probably Ratchet Bomb is good, but you know what? I don't know, actually. Blood Moon was good there, but I'm inclined to think... We'll see how this goes next game, but I'm inclined to think we got lucky there with them not having any white source. But then again, if they don't play fetches, they don't necessarily have... But they also... I'm pretty sure they've got Aether Vial too, so we want to just have the ability to blow up Aether Vial more easily. Let's also take out 2 Lava Darts to put into Blast Zones. Do we want... I think we have to cut 2 Horizon Lands. As much as I'd like to go max utility lands, like we just we can't afford to take too much damage. I mean, we might have sideboarded totally incorrectly, but this is pretty much how we'd sideboard against mono white Death and Taxes, and we're gonna assume that they can generate that they can produce a basic island and basic plains relatively easily. If that doesn't appear to be the case from watching their mana development this game, then we go back to Blood Moon. But they do appear to be just a 2-color deck. Okay, there's... Alright, and already we're feeling much better about the way we sideboarded. They might be feeling like, alright, Blood Moon, do your worst this game. But we took it out, because we correctly realized that even though... See, this is where being results-oriented, and I went on a little bit of a diatribe that unfortunately well, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, the recording, the audio wasn't recording, so I had to scrap that. I recorded an entire league that turned out I didn't actually record the audio because I was on mute. But yeah, I went on a little bit of a rant about how results-oriented thinking is not necessarily good. And hopefully they don't have Force of Negation, but yeah, if this works out well here, like if we actually win this, and if they do have Aether Vial plus basic island, basic plains, which they did have to Ghost Quarter themselves, so maybe they don't have basic island. But the point is they would probably shrug off a Blood Moon relatively easily here, and let's play Abbot off of this because, you know, hopefully we don't burn a mountain here, but, you know, it's just, okay, that's good. Yeah, anyway, I was just saying results-oriented thinking can be very not good there, because, like, there, if we were so-called results-oriented, we would have just been like, oh, Blood Moon win game 1, Blood Moon stay in game 2, you know, but, like, but that's the problem. You can't just be results-oriented. You have to also use rationality. And I remember I went on a diatribe a little bit of this whole, like, concept and philosophy of rationalism versus empiricism. And, you know, I think the reality is both sides of the empiricism and rationalism debate, in a way, kind of strawman each other. So, like, here's the thing. I hear oftentimes empiricism being described as basically the only source of knowledge has to come from empirical inquiry, meaning testing and inquiry into the physical world. But that can't be empiricism, because I've also heard that being described as the philosophy called positivism. And so I have to imagine there's a distinction between positivism and empiricism. You know, so, like, yeah, but I think I've also heard rationalism being described as, like, knowledge can only come from a priori truths, kind of like Platonism. But again, that can't be rationalism, because that's just Platonism. There has to be a distinction between Platonism and rationalism. So I kind of feel like maybe it's like rationalism is like most knowledge comes from, like, maybe knowledge comes more so from a priori truth. Empiricism is maybe like knowledge comes more from you know, like experimentation in the material world. The reality is, I mean, like, I don't know which one is, like, more true, you could say, but the reality is both can't be completely, you can't exclude either source of knowledge. It would be obviously a complete mistake to completely discount empirical inquiry. Obviously that brings us, like, the modern world we have today with science and everything, but, like, you know, we also can't deny, though, that, like, for example, the idea that we can have scientific truth itself is a sort of a priori truth that we somehow have knowledge of. It's all based on the idea, really, as I think David Hume explained, that the future will be like the past. All like inquiry into all testing basically assumes that the future will at least approximate the past. There's no way we can completely prove that will always be the case. It just always has seemed to be the case. But like our idea that we can rely on that, it is fundamentally not something we deduce through empirical testing itself. It is something that somehow we just know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is we had to use some rationalism, if you will. We couldn't just use completely empirical, results-oriented thinking, like, oh, we won game 1, Blood Moon stay game 2, Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna just lead on another Abbot here, and we're gonna try to make use of our colorless. Okay, Queller. Alright, unfortunately we can't completely punish that, but what we can do is we can play this. We might have had another Queller, and we can definitely put the hurt on. Okay. So let's see if and how they block. We could have cleared that out of the way, but I think, yeah, I think I'll just do it this way. Because the reality is, we cleared this out of the way, it would have been basically the same thing. Actually, it would have done probably 1 more damage, maybe, but because they definitely could have just freely blocked the Swiftspear. Huh. Luris and Urion. Alrighty, man, this is actually tough, because we need to be able to deal with both of these somehow. Well, we do have Shenanigans, and we're gonna sure as heck hope that we draw one of those. Yeah, that's a pretty free block. So, yeah, the opponent had like the perfect mix of cards to really come back, but I think definitely they would shrug off Blood Moon pretty easily here. Oh man, well, I think we need to get Aether Vial off the table. I mean, yes, we're gonna sweep away our own Swiftspear, but this is really our only chance. Because hopefully they don't have another Queller, but yeah, because now hopefully they don't have another land, because if they can start equipping the sword, that can be very. Oh, they do have a land, but it's tapped, so we'll have a 1-turn reprieve. Hey, if anything they bounce but the token is value for us, that's good. Alright, they do bounce the token. I'm tempted to block, but they can just equip next turn, so blocking doesn't exactly do that much. Blocking could have done something, actually, since we drew this. Problem is we can't use this in instant speed. Well, let's try to draw Shenanigans. That would be pretty sweet. We can still charge it up to 3 if we don't draw anything good. Oh yeah, I call it Teferi. Lovely. Yeah, that was probably a mistake, because because actually if we would have swept away Teferi, then we would have been able to cast whatever we revealed off of Abbot. Alrighty, but this we do get to put. Yeah, this would have been pretty good. Yeah, we need Shenanigans really bad here. We need it right now. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. So let's boom. It's not going to do anything though, because let's see if they see it, but they can always equip it to Stoneforge. Yep. Every once in a blue moon, they don't see it. So, I think this is like the optimal way to sideboard though. Yeah. I think we sideboarded correctly. So it's unfortunate that you know, whether we were following the more empirical approach or the more rational approach, you could say, we probably would have ended up in this game 3 regardless, because even if we sideboarded completely like last game, we would have noticed, we would have empirically noticed that they were shrugging off Blood Moon, you know, in game 2. But as you can see though, we did set ourselves up for the best possible chance at winning game 2, without having to go through the pain of seeing that blow up in our face, seeing like our game 1 strategy blow up in our face in game 2. So, you know, so there is that. Okay, just to be mana efficient, I am going to play Abbot here, and I'm going to play Blast Zone because next turn we're probably going to want to play Abbot, and we're going to want to tap the colorless rather than, because you see, if we played Sunbaked Canyon, we'd have to tap that, and then if we drew like a 1 mana spell, we'd have to we wouldn't be able to. All right, so well, I mean, if we would have known, we'd draw that, but anyway, let's see here. Hopefully they don't have Mana Tithe. Don't Mana Tithe me, bro. That sucks. What can you do? Let's wait till next turn to play these burn spells. It's a kind of risky block, but you know, I think they got to do what they got to do. If they don't draw a second land, then Stoneforge is not going to do that much without the 2 mana to put a card into play. Yeah, let's just attack and see what happens. Okay, so if we do eat the, okay, that's fine. There was no preventing that from happening anyway. So I was going to say, if they do eat the Soul Scar, we can just sweep the Aether Vial. Which, honestly, let's sweep the Aether Vial anyway, because, like, I know that this will kill our own Soul Scar. We're kind of hoping they'd block the Soul Scar in a way, but, like, yeah. But it's just too tempting to, like, completely put them out of the game, you know? That's one of the powers of Blast Zone. Man, want to drop this Jegantha and get to work on finishing the game before our opponent recovers. Oh, and the recovery begins. Alrighty. Well, yeah, let's just Still, I think the opponent is in like indisputably worse shape without that Aether Vial. So we could keep it on 0 for the token, but I'm gonna try to keep them off of sort of Fire and Ice. That's what I'm more concerned about at this time. And we do have Flame Slash. Also, you never know. We could even take this up to 5. I mean, you know, they could keep ripping lands, but you know, we know they have no lands in hand, obviously. All right, I think they're going to go for Ratchet Bomb. Oh, it's a little surprising, but man, really need that land. At least we still have another Ratchet Bomb for the Germ token if they play Batterskull. Okay. And I think I'll keep this other one at 0. Man, where is our 5th land? It turns out we're the mana screwed ones. I think we're taking this all the way up to 5. Which means I think we're ticking the other bomb up too. Which could be dangerous, but if they reset it like with a Flicker Wisp, our main issue would be a Skycleave Apparition. But like, yeah, I think we're taking this. Actually, let's hold off on this Ratchet Bomb for 1 turn. Once we get this up to 5, then I think we're pretty set. Huh. Well, definitely regret not having this on 3 now. And not ticking up the other bomb. I may need to just sack the Horizon land, because Jegantha's not really going to do much for me here anymore. It's more like something I have to do when the coast is clear, so to speak. Well, I think Abbot is man. Yeah, if we kept this on 3, we'd be in much better shape. Or if we had ticked this Ratchet Bomb up to 2 the other turn, because this would be at 3 now. We have to somehow deal with this Giver, I think. Hopefully they don't play another Queller thingy. But we can't just sit around and do nothing.